We compare all sorts of products for the consumer, and we started with insurance. We have added around about 300 insurers to our website. Then we went into banking, then energy, and I don't go through all this list. Actually, in the end, you can summarize it up. We are facilitating digital disruption within the sales process, and believe me, that's a lot of work, actually. Where do we come from? Actually, we started in 1999, that's 16 years ago, with a company called e-Insurance, which we then sold in 2000 to Consors. While we belonged to Consors, we founded another company focusing on banking products, Money World. And then in 2004, we were lucky to be able to buy back e-Insurance from Consors, and that's why most times in the press, 2004 is sort of the starting point of Check24, of e-Insurance or whatever. But indeed, it was 1999. We later founded an energy portal called Tarifvergleich. And after we had done this already for 6 or 7 years in the internet, we finally decided there is so much competition and there are so much brands, we have to bring these companies together and only work with one brand under which we could offer all sorts of products, and a brand with which we could go international as well. And that's actually 2007, we merged these 3 companies and founded Check24. Developed further products, new products, broadband, the first one 2008, car rental, we went into mobile carriers, all the other travel products, and added shopping in 2013, and this year mortgages. That's really a long road. 16 years, at least we think we sort of know a little bit what we are doing. But you'll see competition is very hard. Given the fact that I speak here within the area of insurance and banking challenges, I'll focus on these 2 products in a further presentation. So revenue development, 2004, as I mentioned, that's sort of the starting point, from around about 2 million to around about 300 million in 2014. And for us, we think that's okay. But what the problem is in this business, and that's probably very important for all investors as well, it's the customers' acquisition costs are exploding. And that's really the pain in the business. And to be honest, why is that the case, that customer acquisition costs are so important for comparison portals? It's just because we are not really disruptive. It's more a business where you win or you lose because of your conversion rates. In the end, the winner has to have the best conversion rates, and that's excellence in execution and process and product. Competition. I mean, we have been doing this for a long year, and we have seen many deads along the road. Many hundreds of millions of investors' money already burned in this area. Okay, it's gone? No, go back. So the latest ones were actually Transparo, where one of the biggest German car insurers, actually the market leader, bought a competitor of us and invested nearly 100 million euros, gave up last year. We had even Deutsche Bank, who was presenting this morning already, investing more than 100 million in Money Shelf. The UK market leader, Money Supermarket, was here with its zero, and even Goldman Sachs failed to succeed. What is the competition today? And if you look at the competition today, we think our biggest competitors are actually ProSiebenSat.1, and the second one is definitely the co-host Springer here. And why is it that way? It is because they have significant advantages on these customer acquisition costs, because they are media companies and they can give their daughter companies acting in this area very cheap access to public, access to marketing. The other ones, as we are focusing on financial and insurance products, it's definitely Interhyp, but Interhyp is a great company and it's specialized on mortgages and is doing that for even a longer time than we are doing it. And the new ones are the fintechs, some of the fintechs which will be mentioned anyway throughout the day. But the biggest problem is that tomorrow there will be more competition in this area, and it's mainly Google. and the new fintechs which will come up. Amazon and Apple, we have heard from strategic departments that they are interested in going into these areas as well. But the biggest pain for all of us in this area is definitely Google. And why is Google such a pain? What have they done? They have gone into travel comparison, and they have built up this brilliant Google shopping thing, and now they are doing it in insurance and finance. So far they have not yet started in Germany, but in the US and in the UK they really have excellent products there, and they are moving down the value chain. And that's always very difficult if a competitor of yours is moving down the value chain, and they are widening their product range. They started with car insurance and mortgages, and loans is coming up at Google.com compare as well. What makes it really dangerous is actually not that Google, of course, is able to present itself at the usual keywords like car insurance or credit cards. But in the UK, they are already showing what their ultimate target is, and that's brand building. The biggest comparison portal in the UK, Money Supermarket, probably most of yours know them quite well. They really have an issue. If a customer types in Money Supermarket at Google, Money Supermarket has to pay for the first ad, and then Google sets itself on the second place, and not only being there very visible for the consumer, but also Google will be able to raise the price which Money Supermarket has to pay for the highest ad. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest pain for the future, but there's nothing new. Google is to watch from everybody. What does it mean for fintechs actually? We think, and we have seen in Germany, fintechs coming up in the comparison area like Smava, Check24. They have all raised millions within the last 6 or 12 months. But to be honest, and that's very nicely formulated, we think they have little chance of becoming profitable because the competition is so big and the customer acquisition costs are enormous in this area. From our perspective, survival will be only secured by going down the value chain and attacking the bank business. And these are, from our perspective, companies which are interested, and business models, if they were successful in Germany, which Check24 would be extremely interested in. Yeah, to finalize it, what does it mean for comparison portals? It's for sure that only the big ones will survive. Google, ProSieben, Sat.1, Idealo actually is a daughter company of Springer. I didn't mention Springer here because they are the co-host and we have heard enough advertisements from them. And the question will be from the smaller ones, how much will be able to survive? And especially for Check24, the big question, can we grow fast enough to become one of the big ones? Or do we have to go down the value chain, maybe by acquisition or maybe by developing ourselves down the value chain? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.